Well, good morning and welcome to day 2 here at the NCHBC Championships. Joshua Jenkins on the call this morning with CJ Pomeroy and Amy Curtis. We are getting ready to begin our first game of the morning here at Drury University. We've got the Oklahoma Flame. They're in the white jerseys, and they're facing off against the number 4 seed Cincinnati Trailblazers in the black uniforms. Oklahoma is the 1 seed. It's a gold ball semi all morning here at Drury.
It's going to be another great day, day number 2.
Day number 2, and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah. I am not
CJ,
wearing green today.
Amy, I don't see any green over
I
there.
have a green watch, but it was accidental. So, yes, and pants. Yes, that's true.
First possession goes to the Trailblazers. Wheeler with the ball on the right side, swings it to the corner. Trying to get it back out to Wheeler, but a double dribble violation.
These teams were both here bright and early, warming up this morning, excited to play on the live stream today.
They are being asked to warm up Drury University today because it is cold outside.
Corner from the left side, rattles in and good for Felicity Kloss. First points of the game.
That's a good way to get started.
Both teams moving the ball well to start here.
Baseline drive, good find down low to number 15, Logan Gebhardt. She's an all-region player.
Cincinnati has a lot of history in this tournament. They've been coming for years. Oklahoma Flame, their players and staff have been here for years. They're under a different team name. They started just a few years ago, but they have many, many years of Nationals experience.
They also are a strong program. Coach Hay was telling me they have 20 10U girls in their program.
20 10U girls.
That is
Future is bright, you
Yes.
might say.
Yes.
Amy, we're in one of the largest metropolises in the United States of America, and I don't know any of our programs down there that have 20 10U girls.
Yeah, we have 20 throughout 2 or 3 teams. So I did ask for some tips on that. He said get them before they start volleyball. That's the key.
Blazers swinging the ball and trying to work it inside. They do. Nice find in low to Logan Gebhardt, her second bucket.
She got great size down there, really knows how to handle herself in the low post.
Yeah, go ahead.
Great job on offense, just moving that ball to get her where she wanted to be.
Now I was going to say the same thing. They move it back and forth and then get the spot there.
Back out to the right side for 3. That one rattles in and out, no good. Blazers now back the other way.
Oklahoma rotates really well on defense.
Trying to work it inside, but it's taken away by Carolyn Garner. She goes coast to coast, then dishes out to the left wing for 3 and finds the friendly bounce. It's Felicity Kloss, her second 3.
Amy, I think if you're Cincinnati, you have to recognize early that in the first 3 minutes, Felicity has 2 threes from that corner. So defensively, you're going to have to start thinking about that.
Another good find inside to Gebhardt. She's fouled on that one, so she'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Well, this is a nice contrast here of styles. Oklahoma obviously looking to put up some threes. They've taken quite a few. And the Trailblazers pounding it inside consistently and both having success.
Got a lane violation, so she'll get another chance to shoot that free throw. A little pump fake on the free throw, maybe. And gets the second opportunity.
Can't give good shooters extra opportunities to shoot. And in that first one, Logan missed that free throw short, but because of the violation, she was able to get it again. And good shooter's going to put that in every time.
Taken away by Gonzalez. So the Trailblazers get another possession. Back out to Gonzalez. She'll take the 3. No good.
Nice defensive play there by Gonzalez. She's actually their point guard, and last season she broke the Trailblazers' all-time single-season record for assists with 147, and she has 131 coming into Nationals.
Garner's three, no good. Rebounded by Gebhardt.
As a point guard, you always love having a consistent inside threat you can throw the ball to.
What a nice shot right there.
Nice look and nice hot spot rebound there by Gebhardt to get to the opposite side of that shot and get another opportunity.
And she was rewarded with that offensive rebounding effort. She'll shoot free throws as she was fouled.
Who'd they get that on? Did they get that on Jenna? The all-region player from 2025 last year.
I actually did not catch who it was on there.
Meanwhile, Reagan Prunty checks into the game for the Flame, her first minutes here in the first quarter. Both free throws.
It is 9 points Logan Gebhardt to 6 points Oklahoma Flame.
Good little touch inside in the paint there for number 25, Nikia Hogan.
Nikia, I think, is one of the, in my eyes, she's an underrated player. She's just a very good ball player.
And a jump ball is going to be called. Nice defensive effort there from Carolyn Garner.
I love that call from the official right there. Good on good going to the basket.
And so she earns her team a possession as her team had the possession arrow on the jump ball.
I think as we go on in this game, possessions are going to be important because these teams seem pretty well matched here.
Inside, back out to the left corner for three, no good. Cincinnati will take the ball back the other way.
Gonzalez directing traffic. Okay.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma Flame figured out that they're not going to be able to play zone with Logan down in that post down there, so they've gone man.
Tried to get it down low to Gebhardt and could not get the pass in cleanly, and it's going to go back to Oklahoma. Good defensive effort trying to front the post player there.
And she took a big fall, and so she took a minute to tie her shoe and catch her breath. And
yeah, I think she might have twisted her ankle a little bit, but looks like she's okay. Just tied the shoe a little tighter.
Hogan brings it up on the right.
I'll be curious to see if they run this offense for another corner three, because so far they've gotten 3 possessions on the corner three.
That's a deep
almost
one
a
there.
corner off the wing, no good. Offensive rebound, put back is good. Jenna Hay, and she's fouled.
And that was another attempt there by Kloss. They are definitely looking to get looks by her, and that was from the further line. She's clearly has the green light to shoot. One thing you have to watch, of course, on long shots or long rebounds or giving up offensive rebounds, and Hay hit the boards there in the hot spot.
Jenna is a 3-year starter for the Flame, approaching 1,400 career points and 700 rebounds. Fantastic career for Jenna Hay.
They work it inside to Gebhardt. She turns in the paint off the glass. It's good. She's just a force down there.
Has she missed?
I have not seen her miss.
Okay, I didn't think so. And
Three
again,
on the left side, up and in, nothing but net.
quick three in transition there.
It's Naisha Hogan, her first points of the game.
But another 3 coming from the corner or the wing. So I wonder, Amy, if this is essentially the offensive design from the Flame, looking for those wing and corner threes.
Yeah, I think so. Even when they hit Hay on the inside, it was obvious she was looking to pass back out.
Fast break, loose ball here, and we got a whistle. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Trailblazers. Flames setting up in a little bit of a full court man pressure action here.
I think this is a good idea to try to slow them down a little bit because they've been kind of getting whatever they
Oh,
want.
and Hogan takes it away as she came to help. Gets her own offensive rebound.
Again.
No good. Loose ball. And Hogan was foot on the line as she grabbed for the rebound.
She actually had never reestablished her position after she had stepped out right there. Great effort. She just wasn't able to get 2 feet in, and she became the first player to touch the ball. Automatic out of bounds.
Again, that pressure. Full court, they get it across.
Good pass up the court there by Gonzalez, and a good finish in transition there.
Paige Salyer, her first points of the game to tie this game at 13.
Nice pump fake there.
And I was joking earlier about the score being Logan Gebhardt X and Flame Y, but in reality, those are the first 2 points scored by the Blazers that did not come from Logan in this quarter.
Yeah, he scored both in the post and from the free throw line.
Baseline jumper might have been tipped by the defender. Flame come up with it, and Hogan is fouled.
And I think that's going to be number 2 on Sienna Patterson in our unofficial tracking.
Look, I'm out of practice. I forgot to write things down here, so I'm going to have to catch up with y'all in a minute. So only do this once a year. You gotta warm up just like the kids.
You spend your time drawing up X's and O's, not 2s and dots and 3s.
Yes, that is true. But this is one of my favorite weeks of the year. I love playing Blardcaster for a week. Another 3 there.
Another 3 for Naisha Hogan. Amy, you were right about the 3-point intentionality here from the Flame. They are filling it up. Good find inside. Gebhardt is fouled again. She'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, she's consistently getting to her spot. They're getting her the ball. Good point guard play. I mentioned the all-time assist leader there in Gonzalez. And she's also drawing a lot of fouls here, which is something we need to keep our eye on for the Flame. Although they do have a stout bench over there. They got to contrast to.
If they run out of any, they can just call up one of those 2010U girls that they were telling you about.
I don't even know if they have enough seats over there.
Yeah, I see one behind the bench.
Compare that to Cincinnati, who has only 2 bench players. So they've just got a 7-player rotation. We'll see if that becomes a factor in this game. It's a 1-point game here, just over 30 seconds as Hogan can't get that one to go.
That's the first attempt, I think, first possession where I believe they intentionally went on the drive.
Gonzalez tried to take it all the way. Ball was knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Cincinnati possession.
The Flame moving people in and out quickly. That is an advantage they have. As we said, they have a few more bodies, so.
Baseline out of bounds plays. They're many times, I believe, taken for granted on both offensive and defensive coaches.
Absolutely.
That time, Jenna Hay takes the entry pass away. Now the Flame with an opportunity as time is ticking down in the first quarter.
Look for that 3.
5 seconds. Thought about it. Now she takes the 3. No good. And that will do it for the first quarter of action. 16-15 after 1. Oklahoma is on top by a slim margin. The number 1 seed versus number 4 seed Trailblazers. We'll take a quick break and be right back here for the second quarter. All right, the second quarter now is underway. Quick three-pointer put up, no good. Offensive rebound,
Yeah, he's going to
but
have
a whistle. I believe they are counting the basket as good on that putback.
Yeah, I believe
Which
we're going to see
I
the
believe that was Paige Salyer who had the putback, number 22, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so they're going to
Little
count the
discussion here.
basket. So the basket's good. Referee blew his whistle to stop play, something to do with 24, but I didn't see any foul called, nor did I see a violation, so not exactly sure why the stoppage of play, but the basket was good.
Flame, little inside out, working it around. Hogan spins,
Nice
looking
move.
for help, dishes it out.
Yeah, even when they attack the paint on a drive or a pass, it looks like they are looking for a three. A little bit of a scramble there. Create some chaos by the Trailblazers. Almost came up with a steal.
Good defensive pressure, good defensive stand going on here. Flame trying to find something. Corner three. Gets it to go. Nothing but net for Carolyn Garner. Her first points of the game.
I mean, they know what they want to do on offense.
Like I said, such a contrast. The Cincinnati hasn't taken a single three that I can remember.
They got two, but they came up short.
Okay.
One in the first and then one just a moment ago.
And we have a timeout here taken by Cincinnati. They'll want to talk things over.
That timeout was given while possession was had before that pass. And that's what the referee was explaining to his co-partners.
Certainly the Flame with a very intentional identity, which helps you play with purpose and intention.
It's great discipline by those without the ball. They're moving to the spots that they need to be in so that when the ball is inside, the player on the inside knows where they can take the ball if they can't take it up. So it's just great awareness, court awareness from all the players out in the court for the Flame. But defensively, just a great job in that man-to-man right there, applying the pressure, creating a little bit of chaos. I mean, the Flame still got their corner three, but they had to work really hard for that corner three.
So it'll be Cincinnati ball here off the sideline. Gonzalez sets things up for the Trailblazers.
Gebhardt's going to take a breather coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, interesting to see what the Blazers will do here on offense differently because she's been kind of their focal point.
Amy, if you notice, the Flame just went back to their zone with Gebhardt on the bench.
Baseline drive blocked by Felicity Kloss, and now a foul is called.
Page.
Salyer trying to get the possession back after the block. Yeah, I thought early the Flame rotated really, really well in that zone. They just couldn't stop Gebhardt. So
yeah.
This is.
Garner brings it up here for Oklahoma. Hands off to Hogan. Back in and back out. I love those three-pointers on the inside-out threes. Those are my favorite kind of threes. Oklahoma's doing that really well. Trying to continue to do that. Works it in. Back out to the corner. That three. Couldn't get that one to fall. Trailblazers get the rebound. They'll go the other way.
Now, like I said, when Hay gets it inside, she's definitely looking to kick it back out, that inside-out threat.
And she's a great offensive player in her own right. I mean, 1,400 career points.
And we've got a whistle. That one's going to be on number 14, Kiplin Gerard. She was trying to defend the low post.
Really nice entry pass there.
Mm-hmm.
Trailblazers will take it out under their own basket.
You know, CJ, you mentioned earlier baselines, inbounds. That was a nice play there. They just didn't quite execute the pass, but that's something I appreciate about homeschool basketball. We got a lot of good coaches who run some good sets, and those are important possessions in games.
you can easily get a few points a game, and in close games, that can be the ball game.
Wheeler puts up the 3 in transition, can't get it to drop. Out of bounds, it'll stay here. Off a Flame player.
That was a great rhythm 3 attempt right there. I mean, she got that ball in the shot pocket, on the move, took a great look, came up a little short. All their threes are coming up just a little short, hitting the front of the iron. They're 0 for 3 from my count. Everything just a touch short.
Baseline drive from Gonzalez. She gets the teardrop to fall. Her first points of the game to tie it up here at 19, under 5 to go in the half.
And interesting, Amy, I believe, on defense, Cincinnati is matching up Logan with Jenna.
Oh,
but
nice.
Oklahoma is not matching up Jenna with Logan on their end.
Yeah, maybe to avoid fouls, because Gebhardt is really good at
Yep.
Again, they work it into Gebhardt. She can't get that one. There's her first miss on a field goal. Flame come up with it. Garner works it in. High post, defensive pressure from Gonzalez. Back out to Garner.
A little stagnant right there.
Hogan takes the 3. That one no good.
Most of theirs have been feet set. That was off the dribble, which was a different look for them. But it was a good look. It was close.
I think it's tough for shooters to shoot off the dribble going away from their shooting hand.
Oh, nice take inside for Layla Wagner. And she gets in on the scoring for the Blazers, and a timeout on the floor taken by Oklahoma Flame. All knotted up at 21 apiece.
Coach Hay encouraging his girls not to give up the baseline drive there on the way into that timeout.
What a great game this is, if you think about it, from the standpoint of these two teams play very different styles offensively. Defensively, they've been making adjustments throughout the game already, but it's 21-21, not a lot of fouls, just really good basketball out there.
It's a good time to give a shout out to homeschool basketball coaching. We have a lot of people who are really good at coaching the game of basketball here at Nationals this week.
One of the highlights of the year for sure, being here at Nationals, seeing all these teams, great programs facing each other, lots of history, and lots of great current athletes out here putting their team and skills on display as we are back in action here on the drive. Flame trying to work it around, loses control of the ball. Cincinnati comes up with it. Gonzalez pushes ahead, tries to find Gebhardt. It's tipped away, and Flame create a turnover.
First time where I feel like both teams made a miscue on both ends. That's how clean the game has been, I believe, for the most part.
Hogan steps into a 3, no good. Gebhardt with the rebound.
She actually averages a double-double. She was first team all-conference in the NCHC Homeschool Conference. In case you can't tell on the live stream, she's about 6'1", averaging that double-double.
Nice left.
Swings it across to the corner wing. That one is just short. Fight for the rebound here. Hogan comes up with it, but she was on the line there, out of bounds.
Wagner had that nice baseline move a minute ago on offense, but coach says she's a menacing defender with her long reach, and she's also the second leading scorer on the team. So it's good to have a player that can contribute on both ends. We mentioned it early, but these teams both continue to move the ball really well.
Yep.
Gonzalez takes it all the way, just a bit too strong off the glass. Hogan will bring it up for the Flame.
But again, even there, going with the left hand on the left side, not trying to do something if you try and make that with the right hand, that's a much tougher shot in the last couple possessions. Wow.
Garner with a college 3.
That's her second
just a
of the
pure
quarter.
shot.
We definitely have some shooters on this team.
Cincinnati on the break after that pressure. She's fouled and gets it to go. It's Morgan Snyder.
Morgan with the nice move there with the pivot spin. Did a little and one celebration there.
Foul there was on Naisha Hogan.
So what I was trying to say a moment ago is a lot of players don't know how to use the left hand, or they don't want to use the left hand. But Cincinnati has multiple players who have shown comfortability driving and attacking with that left hand.
Yeah, Snyder hitting the and one there. She actually won Defensive Player of the Year in the NCHC Homeschool Conference. She was the best defensive player on the #1 team in the conference. Held Player of the Year to 13 points in the championship game. So another player that contributes on both ends.
Driving kick three, no good that time. Cincinnati pushing ahead,
Oh.
and it's taken away, intercepted by Hogan.
That's good anticipation there by Hogan to take away what would have been a layup.
And it was a great look down the floor. Just couldn't make the pass as hard as necessary there.
Baseline drive blocked from behind by Snyder. It's going to stay here, though.
Flame attacking closeouts twice in a row there.
24 all, minute 30 in the half.
This might be the first baseline play for the Flame in this half.
Kaya Hogan gets in the paint, pulls
crossover.
up for two, no good.
That crossover was
Yeah,
wicked.
it was. She created a lot of space.
Oh, now she takes away, and she's fouled, and she'll shoot free throws. Great hustle and effort from Nakia Hogan.
Nakia Hogan is going to get going. She and Jenna are the two of their top players, all averaging double figures. Nakia's got multiple college offers. She will get going in this game. But, Amy, I wonder sometimes with players, especially early mornings are difficult, but then in a cold gym, that also kind of plays with your psyche a little bit. Things are a little bit short.
This is also a really big gym that is an adjustment. Most of these players aren't used to playing on a college court.
Oh, good find inside. Now she swings out to the corner for three, no good. And it's going to be Oklahoma ball, out of bounds.
That ball went baseline, corner, center, baseline, corner. Good catch. Trailblazer coaches trying to implore their defense. Not a whole lot of fans here early this morning.
Taken away by Layla Wagner. She goes coast to coast, but can't get a shot off. Facing the great defensive pressure from Hogan. And that ball just rolled out of bounds, so it'll be Flame ball.
It's been a couple of times here where it looked like the Blazers were going to have a transition look and the Flame made a steal or made a play on the ball.
Great effort to get back in transition.
Those possessions are going to matter. We've got a tight one here.
Yep.
We'll see what the Flame want to do here with 30 seconds, if they're going to score quick or try and take a last shot.
Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot.
Going to be important for Cincinnati to know where the shooters are. They've gotten several corner threes in the first half here already.
Kind of feels like the shooters are everywhere, CJ. They've got a few of them. But.
They do shoot 35% from the three-point line, so pretty good shooting team.
Garner with it, down to 5 seconds. Hogan takes a deep three on the left wing, no good. And that will be the end of the half. We've got a tight one here, 25-24, Oklahoma on top, but not by much. We'll be right back after the half to see how this one finishes up.
When it hurts, real time it.
Ouch!
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
Well, we are back here at Drury as we begin the second half between the number 1 seed Oklahoma Flame. They're in the white jerseys against Cincinnati Trailblazers in the black jerseys. They're the 4 seed. It's been a close game so far. Really well-played game on both sides. Joshua Jenkins here alongside Amy Curtis and CJ Pomeroy.
Starting the second half, the way we did the first with some good patience and ball movement.
Nice move inside from Hogan, but she's turned back, but gets the ball back. But now Cincinnati comes up with it.
I think you're seeing how strong Oklahoma is when you think about the fact that the MVP of the Heartland, Jenna Hay.
Offensive rebounding effort twice in a row there from Gebhardt. Now Wheeler's 3 is short.
Jenna only has 2 points in the game, and it's just 25-24. So just great execution all around for the Flame as Jenna's going to at least go to line, maybe get her 3rd point.
Sometimes that's what a player needs to get going. So see if she can see it going from the free throw line. Although they haven't fed her much, she's looking to kick out when she kicks it in the paint. So Wheeler just took that 3 for the Blazers that didn't connect. She's the number 2 defender on the team. She, according to coach, flat defends and prevents scoring and is their best 3-point shooter. She's their 3 and D player, so they'll probably be looking to see if she can get some threes up here in the second half. They did not take many in the first half.
Jenna Hay hits both of her free throws to add to the slim Oklahoma lead.
And while I think it's absolutely possible for Oklahoma Flame to win without Jenna having a major impact offensively, I don't think that's necessarily what they want to do.
No, I expect to see them go to her with a little more intention here in the second half.
Baseline drive, up and in, it's good for Morgan Snyder.
They've been able to attack that baseline a couple of times here today. There was a timeout in the first where Coach Hay specifically addressed that. We could hear as they were going into the timeout.
And for Cincinnati, they've been able to maintain.
Hogan off the glass for 3.
Bank is open. They've been able to maintain their back and forth here with the Flame, with Gebhardt not having scored since the first quarter.
Working it inside to Gebhardt, and
really nice feed there.
There you go. She's on the board in the second half.
I think that was Snyder that passed that in.
I guess I just need to say, I think the fans maybe want me to say more about players not scoring because Jenna scored down here as soon as I said something. Logan down here.
Yes, good job. Good job. We have a small but energetic crowd this morning for the first game of the day. Of course, those of you who are new to homeschool basketball, there are games going on all around the city right now. And Gebhardt just does a really good job of getting position down there. And then Hay with the good defensive play.
Interesting call right there. Thought it could have been one over the back. Instead, they went with the out of bounds. But even on the out of bounds, interesting, they felt like it went off of Gebhardt's fingertips after the deflection.
Yeah. I do like that they're letting them play a little bit.
Yep.
I like to watch the all-region players play against each other, not sit on the bench. So
Gebhardt gets a hand in the passing lane, creating the turnover for the Blazers all the way coast to coast. Nice move off the glass from Morgan Snyder for 2.
Yeah, that was a really good pace.
And it's all knotted up here at 30. Corner 3 from for Oklahoma, no good. Offensive rebound.
Another 3.
Gardner's 3 rattles around and in for
Carolyn
her
Gardner.
3rd 3.
Yeah, just great shooter.
This has been a friendly basket down here for the Flame.
Very friendly.
One off the backboard. That one rolled all the way around and in.
Now, I know it's just a little thing. It is a little thing. But have you noticed the basketball they're playing with?
Is that Oklahoma ball that's a little bit different?
I don't know, but I tell you what, it does not look like the typical evolution that it seems like some sort of leather. It's hard to tell from here, but what I do know is it's a different color. and it seems like it's got a good bounce to it.
Working inside to Jenna Hay. Nice
Oh,
move in the
nice
post
move.
off the glass for 2.
She does seem to be inspired since CJ commented on her scoring a little less than normal in the first half. And that's not to say she didn't play well. She had a really good first
Absolutely.
half. It's just they were knocking them down from outside. And
She-
she's doing a really good job of defending Gebhardt here.
Yeah, she impacted the game in other ways in that first half. It just was interesting to see that she had only got the 2 points, but here she's got 4 points in the 4 minutes of the third quarter.
Nice
And
pass
we've
there.
got a timeout here called by the Trailblazers. They want to talk things over as they were setting up some offensive schemes there.
Probably a good choice. It's a 5-point game here. I know they'd like to get a score on this possession. You don't want to give the Flame a chance to extend the lead.
Which it feels like, I don't know exactly the stats here, but it feels like this is the largest lead of the game we've
Yes.
seen, at least since very early.
This is maybe Gebhardt had the first few points, and so they had that early lead going on. I think it was 9-2 at one point or 9-3 at one point. But other than that, it's been a one-possession game back and forth. I agree with Amy. I think this was a really good timeout. You need to settle them down, come out here, execute something. You don't necessarily need to score per se, but you want to see really good execution and you want to see a really good shot attempt.
Yeah, and I think you definitely want to make the Flame play defense. I think there's a stat that the average high school team doesn't play defense for more than 7 seconds, and that these two teams definitely do. And both offensive teams make you work by moving the ball from side to side. If you move the ball side to side, you have a much better chance of scoring. So, really good strategic matchup here between these two teams.
Wagner working in the paint. She can't get it to drop. Hogan comes up with the rebound. Flame with an opportunity to extend that lead.
That was a great move. She got herself to the bucket. It was a difficult shot, but it was a great move to get there.
Foul is called on the floor. So it'll be taken out under the basket.
Referee taking the time to explain to the player there why that was a foul.
Unofficially, I believe that is 3 fouls on Sienna Patterson.
Oh, they can't quite get it in as the ball bounced back to the inbounder, Garner, and she was still standing on the line.
Wagner was pretty excited about that play that she made there.
Hate that when that happens.
Now the Flame again applying some full court pressure. But no problem for the Trailblazers. So now there's a loose ball, is a problem.
Oh,
And they're going to give a timeout here to Cincinnati. So they keep possession.
Flame denying Gonzalez the ball's probably good. They did get it down okay, but then it was a little shaky over there.
Yep.
So that's probably part of what they're going to talk about.
I think they need to get back to a little bit of that first quarter action they had offensively where they were finding Gebhardt in the post. You got to make Flame play post defense down there. They're not in foul trouble per se. They've spread it out across their team, but Logan is such a great player with great touch around the basket. I think she needs to get that ball a little bit more down there in the post.
Yeah, and also she's really good from the line for for a post. And so, if they can get her to the line and get a couple of fouls on Jenna Hay, that would be big for them. Of course, we should mention that part of why she hadn't had as many points since the first quarter is because Hay's doing a really good job defending her.
And collectively as a team, they've done a good job of rotating to her as they shift their defense. So, yeah, definitely some defensive adjustments. That being said, the Flame only give up, on average, 35 points a game throughout the season. Right now, the Blazers are at 30 points, and we have 3 minutes to play in the third period. So, probably the Flame looking to increase their defensive pressure a little bit more, but also speaks to the offensive execution that the Blazers have had.
You see they have 2 players right now. They're really doing a good job of making the pass in difficult, because when she gets it, it's trouble, and they're right on cue.
There they just as we speak about it again. Gebhardt, they find her inside.
Yeah, I think that was a big bucket. They had a couple empty possessions, so it's good to see for them the ball go through the net, I'm sure.
Now back to that single possession game, 35-32. Gardner's three, that one's short, but offensive rebound. Flame will set it back up for another possession. Coach shouting out instructions here, trying to get a good look. Working it mid-post.
Mismatch. Nice move.
Very nice move.
And Hay is fouled as she works on probably really a couple defenders down there. She'll get free throw shots.
I think that foul was on Gonzalez.
Great move. And Jenna has a lot of comfortability on that side of the. Well, that makes sense. She's a lefty.
Yeah, she likes to spin back to that left. Little reminds you a little bit of the Sullivan Award winner, Avery Meir, who likes to go to that left-hand shoulder. He's pretty unstoppable.
Got to give some love to those lefties. You don't see a whole lot of them out there that are as great players as Avery or Jenna.
Snyder with it. And she is hounded, but she finds a teammate, Wheeler.
And for the most part have done well dealing with pressure when.
It's a great bounce pass.
Yes, I've noticed they make a lot of good clock passes.
Slips down and it's taken away by Hogan.
She kind of mishandled that a little bit. They didn't catch it.
Yeah, swing corner three.
That one no good. A little fight for the ball here and a whistle.
Hay with the foul in the backcourt. As a coach, not my favorite thing when my big gets a foul that far from the basket.
Not that one. I think that's one of those had Cincinnati maintained possession after the deflection that may not have been called, but
taken away again by Hogan, and we have another foul as Naisha Hogan takes it to the rack.
That's when I said that they were dealing with the pressure well. They had a couple.
I believe that was on Sienna Patterson, her fourth, if I'm not mistaken, unofficially.
I have it down as Morgan, but again, it's all unofficial and it's hard to see from this side of the.
I think Patterson's on the bench, so CJ's probably right on that one.
There you go.
Oh,
Can't convert on the free throws, but great effort to get the offensive rebound. They have another chance for Oklahoma.
And that's the temptation to reach in the backcourt because sometimes you get the possession.
Naisha Hogan will take the three instead. 40-32 now, minute and 10 seconds here in the third.
And that shows you how big a turnover that was, right? Like Logan had it, but a lot of bigs tend to bring that ball down to their hips, and as soon as she did that, Nikia Hogan just came in and stripped it right from her. Quick pass over to the side for the sister. Knocked down the three.
That foul on Jenna Hay.
And unofficially, I have that as 3 on Jenna.
This will be an out-of-bounds play here for Cincinnati.
So that was not on the shot, I guess. Okay.
I think you have got to find a way to get that ball to Logan right now with Jenna Hay on the bench.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wheeler puts up the three, no good.
That is actually one way to get it to her. She can get an offensive rebound, yeah.
And I wonder if that was actually something that they're okay with. Like, hey, we'll take that shot if we have Logan down there.
Now Garner takes a deep one, but no problem. Her 4th three of the game, nothing but net.
And her second one from range.
We noted early they definitely don't mind shooting deep.
Baseline drive. Nice touch by Morgan Snyder.
I've been impressed with her ability to get by people, whether it's in the half court or in transition. She's just a really solid fundamental player, has a lot of energy on defense. You can tell she's really vocal talking to her team.
This possession is so big for the Blazers. They need a stop right here. They have the ball coming out in the 4th period, assuming things stay as they are, but they need a stop.
Hogan looking for help and can't get a shot off before the buzzer. So it'll stay 43-34 after 3 quarters of play. We will take a quick break here and be right back for the 4th quarter.
When it hurts, real time it.
Ouch!
When it hurts, real time it.
Well, here we go. First game of the day, 43-34. It's been a great ball game. I mean, 9 points is the deficit right now for the Blazers, but they've been close the entire game, so it's not as big as it might seem.
Yeah, I think this is an important possession here.
Yep. That stop was huge. If they can get a bucket right now, that possession turns into
And just can't save it from going out of bounds, so cannot capitalize on that first possession of the quarter. Now the Flame will have their opportunity.
They had a real good chance right there to cut that deficit.
Yeah, especially with Hay out. Looks like she's about to come back in. So there was several possessions there where they weren't able to capitalize on her being out of the game.
If I'm Carolyn, I'm shooting that. She's got space.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
I wonder if that's intentional, if maybe in the quarter break they talked a little bit about having some more patience on offense just because they've extended this lead a little bit. Other team can't score when you have the ball. So
Jenna Hay checks back in for Oklahoma.
And again, I think you've got to find a way to get Gebhardt involved offensively.
Man, they are just sticking to her like glue in the paint.
Baseline drive, back out to the wing, swings it.
This might be one of those things, one of those times where maybe you bring Gebhardt out, set a screen and roll action.
Another baseline shot, no good. Offensive rebound, Patterson, but it's taken away by Nakia Hogan, and Oklahoma Flame get another possession without a score from Cincinnati. 43-34 still.
The motor that Nakia Hogan plays with is just phenomenal.
It is. She's had several possession gaining plays on defense and rebounds.
She just has a knack to know where the ball is and how to get it.
Gonzalez, she'll take the three. Gets it to go. Big time three from Samantha Gonzalez.
They really needed that.
Huge. I think that's their first three of the game.
I believe so.
That is.
Yeah, if they could hit a couple of outside shots, maybe if Snyder can get a few more of those paint touches on the drive, that's another way they can get Gebhardt open too.
Yeah, the outside shooting is important if you're trying to free up your inside. You've got to make the defense respect you.
Hay surrounded by defenders, and it's a jump ball. Good call by the refs.
Really good help there by Gonzalez, and also a good job. You know, we talked about she consistently turns back left, and they were prepared for it that time when she brought the ball low. She was also not quite as deep. Once she gets down on that block, it's kind of unstoppable.
Yep. One more sub.
Flame will take it out under their basket. as they set up their inbound play.
Another
Looking
player for
Hay,
the
not
Flame.
there.
Felicity Claw, she had those first 2 threes of the game and then kind of silent here since then.
Hogan's three, too strong. Offensive rebound, nice tip by Hay.
Yes, was.
And now it's Naisha Hogan who's fouled. That time on the shot, so she will shoot free throws.
Snyder got her on the arm on that attempt. Ooh.
Friendly roll.
Yeah, get all of the rim on that one.
These are shooters' rims out here. You love to see it.
Rim has been friendly on both sides of the Flame.
Indeed,
They've got some really
indeed.
good shooters.
Both good for Naisha Hogan. Now back up to 45-37. Pressure from the Flame. Trailblazers get it in. And Hogan is all over it. She's on the ground taking the ball. Or a timeout
Good
is
timeout.
call
Good timeout
by
there.
the Flame.
Great
What effort was that? Just going after the ball, hounding the defender, not afraid to fall on the floor.
Again, the Flame denying Gonzalez the ball, making somebody else get the ball down the court. It's a good adjustment.
I'd almost like to see Gebhardt on a play like that. You know, they got the ball in because Gebhardt was able to get past her defender. But as soon as Gebhardt got the ball, she immediately dished it right back to somebody else. I'd almost like to see her catch, and even if she doesn't dribble, catch, turn, look at the other side, peek at the basket, see if you can get your guards a full head of steam going the other way instead of just throwing it right back.
Yeah, that's a dangerous spot, you know, when teams are pressuring for you to be so close to their baseline. So it just limits your options. So I agree. She can turn and look up the court. Might be what they talked about in their timeout, too.
A lot of coaches don't necessarily like their bigs to dribble, so I'm okay with that. But sometimes you want that big to create you the space that you need to break that press.
Right, and keep the ball high, you know, and look
Garner,
at your
another
options.
deep three. That one no good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that time there's going to be a foul
Yeah.
on Naisha Hogan.
He was protesting a little bit, but she kind of wrapped her up there.
Just a friendly hug. No big deal.
Her hand was on the ball, but
See what kind of answers the Trailblazers have for this pressure. Trying to get it in, they do,
Yeah.
but just
good
hound it
job
again.
there. Yeah, good job there by Gebhardt to keep possession and do what you suggested, get the ball going towards their basket.
Just need a good offensive possession right here.
Baseline drive, no good, but offensive rebound and putback is good from Logan Gebhardt.
She's so good in the paint. So good.
She is, and, you know, I mentioned that a few minutes ago. If they can get some paint touches from others, if they can attack and then either have a drop-off pass to her or an open look because Hay doesn't want to help off, that's a good way to get her back involved.
Morgan Snyder checks back in for the Trailblazers, as well as Felicity Kloss for the Flame. Give Jenna Hay a breather.
What's that foul on Hay?
I had that foul on Carolyn Garner.
I didn't think so, but Coach took her out, so I was just checking.
Good on the free throw to make it a 5-point game with just over 5 to go here in the final period of regulation.
Plenty of time for Cincinnati to tie up the game.
Hogan will take the three after thinking about it. No good. Trailblazers back the other way.
Every time it looks like the Flame are going to pull away, the Trailblazers make a play.
Gonzalez
Interesting. Hay
working
is
into
on the bench.
Gebhardt, and she gets
Yes.
another point in the paint.
That was really good. You know, Cincinnati for a little while wasn't moving the ball side to side as much. They got it to one side, then back to the other, and then they were able to hit her on the reverse. Hay immediately up to come back in the game.
That's where, as a coach, you're like, oh, man, I was trying to get her, you know, a minute break here to finish out the game, and then as soon as you take her out, they go right to that spot that she vacates and score 2 points.
She is working very, very hard on defense, so You understand the desire to get her a break. Good defensive
That is
pressure
great
here.
defense.
Yes.
Man, she just was all over that.
Hogan in the paint. That one's blocked. Gets the rebound and throws it off of Snyder out of bounds. And so the Flame will keep possession. Great heads-up play from Hogan.
I said it at the beginning of the game, and I've watched her now for a couple years. I just believe that she is just an incredibly talented player who does so many things that may not necessarily always show up in the stat line, but she impacts the game almost every possession.
Snyder had that last possession on defense was just excellent by Snyder. She pressured Garner out here, then she made a stop in the paint.
Garner drives and kicks. Open.
Boom.
Felicity Kloss for three. Her first three since the first quarter.
You're
when she
3 for
hit two.
3 on mentioning people not scoring and then them scoring. So
I guess
Back
I
to a 5-point game.
need to say that someone, let's see, we need to get Madison Wheeler going here for the Blazers.
Gonzalez with it, swings it to the corner to Snyder. Back to Gonzalez.
and I mentioned a little more patience getting the ball side to side here by Cincinnati, trying to look for an opening to get the ball to Gebhardt.
Wheeler takes the three, gets it to go. I can't believe it. What is up with you?
Oh my goodness!
It must be something to do with Lucky Charms and St. Patrick's Day.
Second three of the game.
You might not want to test it anymore.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Don't test your luck.
Sorry, Blazer fans. Sorry, Flame fans. I'm all done.
Good defense there by Gonzalez with the play, and now all of a sudden we have a 3-point game.
Seems like the defensive pressure for the Blazers have
foul on
picked
Snyder.
Still plenty of time left, but that is the third foul for Snyder. I think she's fine.
Flame went down to Hogan. She's pressured by Snyder, but gets off the screen. A little spin just outside the paint, no good.
Nice move, just didn't fall. See, she tried to sneak one in there. Good on defense to get a steal. Good patience by
great
Wagner.
look, great catch.
Oh, that was one of her few misfires.
Yep. That was such a good look, and then an even better catch right there.
So we've got a timeout here in a 3-point game, just over 2 to go. This has been a very great game to start off day 2 here at the Nationals tournament. Can't really ask for much better to start your morning.
Well, this has been just a really interesting matchup.
Yeah.
Adjustments by the coaches throughout. Cincinnati, a really, really good defensive team. Oklahoma, good defense and offensive team. I guess they're both good on both ends, but really liked watching these adjustments back and forth.
And I tell you, right now I think this is a danger zone for the Flame on this next possession. They have the lead. There's still two minutes to play here, but I think this possession is just incredibly important for the Flame to come out here. If you can't score, you at least need to kill time.
Yes. And I imagine that's what they're talking about, having some patience, looking for a really good shot.
And if you're the Flame or the Blazers, they've just been playing with so much defensive intensity in the last 3-4 minutes. If they can keep that up, they've really been forcing the Flame to do things that do not fall within the realm of their offensive scheme from what we've seen so far in this game.
Yeah, they're applying a lot of pressure. It's actually something the Flame have done well, applying pressure on passers to make it hard to get to Gebhardt. But Cincinnati has really stepped up the pressure.
So here we go, just under 2 left.
And definitely content to kill a little bit of clock here.
Garner hounded by Gonzalez, and the foul is committed.
That's one of those plays where, the referees are okay with a hand check as players are moving, but what they don't like to see is they don't like to see the hand resting on the player as they're moving, and that's what got called right there. The defensive effort was great. Footwork was fine. But she just kind of put that hand on there and left it there, and that is where she got dinged.
And they're probably okay being a little bit aggressive here because they have a few fouls to give if you get in a position where you need to foul.
Another reach-in foul.
That's a really good point because if you think about how many threes the Flame have made in this game, you'd rather only give up 1 or 2 points in a possession, not 3.
Right.
And now the Trailblazers coach calls a timeout after a couple fouls there.
We'll see if they adjust because now they only have 1 foul to give. They're not necessarily at a place where they have to foul unless Oklahoma is really just obviously holding and is not going to shoot.
Amy, with the way this game has been going, as a coach, I actually, at this point, would be okay with playing the foul game. What do you
Possibly.
think?
Yeah, you just have to see. I, of course, want to try to get a steal first. And I feel like, Oklahoma has a lot of good ball handlers, but if you can get the ball out of the 2 at the top here's hands, maybe. Even that last possession when it went to Jenna, they had a good trap. I might have let that play on for another couple seconds, see if maybe we could get a steal out of that. But you can't let them take 20 or 30 seconds off the clock. So I guess we're going to see how patient Oklahoma is, and then you might have to do that. As good as they shoot, though, I imagine we don't want. Man, both of these teams are really good free throw shooters.
For me, I'm thinking about rhythm on offense, and the Flame have done such a great job of running their offense, generating the looks that they want to get. But that Blazers defense, again, in the last 3 minutes of this game, has been very stout.
Yeah, it's been really, really good. You also have the issue of the Blazers have a short bench, so they can't play the foul game for a long, long time.
That's a good point.
Oh, see, that was good rotation there. Almost a steal.
Great ball movement from Oklahoma here, evading the pressure best they can.
Blazers went to a high-pressure zone coming out of that timeout.
Yeah, they're trapping and swarming, trying to get it out.
Now foul's going to be on Morgan Snyder.
I thought she was going to try to get that tap behind there, and she reached over. She might have been able to tap it away.
And
we are now officially in the foul game.
That is Snyder's 4th.
Yeah, that's a challenge that I am unfortunately familiar with when you're playing with a short bench. You just don't have a lot of fouls to give without taking some, like they obviously want her on the court, right? So
no need to rush offensively, but if you get this rebound or the possession,
Hogan hits that free throw to make it a 4-point game. Huge free throw.
You need a really good offensive possession right here. You don't need to necessarily take up a lot of time. You don't have to do it quick, but you need a really good look.
Snyder drives baseline. Good find, but can't handle the pass. And tipped away by Hogan. It'll stay Cincinnati ball.
Yes, and she has consistently made plays like that.
She has been a great source of energy for the Flame.
That was a really, really good look they almost had there. Let's see if they can get another one.
Ooh, dangerous pass.
Yeah, the Flame rotates really, really well on defense.
Snyder takes the 3. That one too strong.
It's a good look.
Felicity Kloss came up with the rebound, and she was fouled as she brought it down the court, about half court. So she'll go to the free throw line.
Coach Hay giving her some encouragement before she goes to the line.
Now if you're the Blazers, now you got to get it and go.
Right. Hopefully maybe a quick transition look.
I'd almost like to see if Logan can attack the basket off the drive. We haven't seen that yet in this game, but can she get a head of steam going to the basket? She's been really good at finishing.
Both free throws there makes it a 6-point game. Snyder's 3 from the right, too strong. Offensive rebound.
Way to get in position there.
Can't get the put back. Flame come up with the board, but it's a loose ball.
Oh, good.
Trailblazers now. Back out to Snyder for 3. Gets
Huge.
it to go. Big time.
Third time the charm.
So that makes it back to a 3-point game. 25 seconds.
And this has been a good one.
At what point are you fouling versus trying to go for the steal here?
I think I'm going for
How
the
much
steal and then
seconds?
immediately
Yeah.
fouling.
Okay.
I think you have to
One
maybe even
try and then
subbing somebody in for the foul. I think they have Sienna Patterson has come in a couple of times and tried to make some hustle plays.
I'd even like to, if this were me, I'd be telling my team, we need a 5-second call right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like everyone needs to commit to the 5-second right now. If they get the ball inbounded, you need to go for the ball.
Yep.
If you get the foul as you go for the ball, fine. But with 25 seconds to go, a lot of officials are told, let the kids play.
Yes.
You know, so take the shot, take the opportunity, take the risk, try and get that steal and steal you a bucket.
I had a practice recently where I spent 20 minutes doing this end of game situation with some younger girls and younger boys. And it's just like you really have to practice this and you really have to know. Because like you said, sometimes if you reach in with two hands and tie it up, they'll let you just take it away, you know, at 25 seconds. So you don't want to just shove somebody. We want to make a play on the ball.
Good officials with a game like this, good officials want the players to win the game. They do not want to impact the game at the end.
I like not having someone on the ball that you can.
They try to get into Hogan, and she somehow is able to corral the ball.
Oh, and then that's the good tap behind we were looking for earlier by Gonzalez.
Two great opportunities for the Blazers. The ball just didn't bounce their way, but it was great opportunities. They did exactly what they needed to do.
Gonzalez asking a question there, probably about what happened on the baseline, and when she got the explanation, was very respectful there to the referee. We can't see that baseline clearly down there, but it looked like that was close. That was
Another
a really
huge
good
free
play
throw
by Hogan to keep it going, keep it in bounds.
To make it 2-possession game. She's got a nice, smooth shot, whether it's the three-pointer or the free throw. Now the Blazers got to go. It's Snyder. She takes a three. It's blocked by Hay. They get it back. No good on that attempt, and the Flame come up with it. 5 seconds, she's fouled. Snyder commits the foul, sending Garner to the free throw line to put this game away for Oklahoma.
Even right to the end here, both these teams executed very well.
Yeah.
Cincinnati did their job. They fouled, and then Oklahoma did their job, which was to be expected with their excellent shooters that they are making free throws here. So this has been a really, really good game.
And if you're the Flame, you know, you're always happy with a win, right? But in this game, Jenna Hay unofficially has like 8 points, right? Hogan has 6 unofficially. You're winning when two of your 3 best players only have 14 points. When they're double-doubles or double-figure scores, right? So you've got to feel really good if you're the Flame. You've had a complete team win, a lot of players in the scoring here for the Flame. They only give up 35 points a game. They gave up 48 here, but to be expected with a team like the Blazers.
Yeah, if my count is correct, they've hit 11 threes, and they just did a really good job of taking what was available. You know, the Blazers defense is really good, and they did not give Hay or Hogan a lot of looks, but what was open were the long threes. Those were tough threes, and they've hit, for sure, double-digit threes.
This is a good Blazers team. If they continue on, I don't know what they are, you know, how many seniors they have, but they didn't have a team here last year. So if they're young, this could be a team to watch here for the next 2 years.
Well, congratulations to the Oklahoma Flame. 55-48, the final score. We'll be back here in a little bit for our next game of the morning. It'll be West Michigan Hornets versus the FBCHA Eagles. So you won't want to miss that game. More girls, 18U basketball in just a few.